Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to fill out your 3 months to sales director form. This is going to be your game plan right here. Your goal as a new agent coming on board is to go out and make 1 sale and get 2 agents. And by the way, doing that will enable you to become a field trainer as quickly as possible. So when you think about 3 months to sales director, I mentioned earlier, there are people that became a sales director in a week. But of course, there's people that have done it in a month, in 2 months. Our goal, 3 months to sales director. Now, if you don't make it to sales director 3 months, does that mean the game is over? Of course not. There are people it's taken 6 months, 8 months, a year. It doesn't matter. There are people in the company that it took them a year and a half to become a sales director. Then within 6 months, they became a regional sales director. And within 6 months after that, became an executive sales director. So they've moved rapidly through the plan once they figured it out. But your goal still, when you start, a realistic goal is to say, I'm going to be a sales director in 3 months. So the first month is you're going to become at least a field trainer. That's when you get 1 customer, which is either going to be $4.99 sale or a $3.99 sale or 2 $1.99 sales. You want to do at least $3.99 in personal sales volume. Now, hopefully, it's going to be a fast track bonus. And the fast track bonus is when you make a full pay sale of either $4.99 or $3.99. And that could be either a credit restoration full pay or a will, trust, power of attorney full pay sale. That will trigger the fast track bonus. And if you do that within your first 30 days, you're going to get paid at the maximum commission level from that sale and from then on. You also want to go out and get 2 agents that are also on the protection plan membership and who go out and make their first sale. So just think about duplication. What do you want to do? Go out and make your first sale, get 2 agents. What do they want to do? Go out and make their first sale and get 2 agents. Everybody is going out and getting 1 sale, 2 agents. 1 sale, 2 agents. We actually call this the 1-2 punch, right? 1 sale, 2 agents. 1 sale, 2 agents. And this way, you're building a very duplicatable business that can go down and other people believe they can do it, and it makes it simple. Now, of course, none of this is easy. Nothing that you have not been successful before in is going to be easy. I don't care what it is. I look at my little kids who are learning sports. It's not easy because they don't know how to do it. But isn't it simple? Isn't the game really simple? And think about golf. How simple a game is this? You got to get a little ball in a hole. That's simple, isn't it? But the reality is it's not easy. Otherwise, there'd be a lot more people playing pro golf. So you got to keep in mind, this is very simple, but it's just not easy. So keep in mind, it's simple, but it's not easy. You're going to go out and you're going to talk to people, and some of those people are going to be interested and some of them aren't, and that's okay. But you stick to your game plan. 1 sale, 2 agents. So everybody that comes in, 1 sale, 2 agents. Now, eventually, over time, what's going to happen? You're going to be really good at sales. You're going to have 5 sales, 6 sales, and you're going to have 3 agents or 5 agents, and it's going to start to multiply and exponentially grow, and that's what you want. But remember, we're new. So what do we want to do when we're new? 1 sale, 2 agents. And if you do that the first month, and then you do it again the second month, and the people you got involved do it their first month, and you do that for 3 months, you'll go from field trainer to senior field trainer to sales director in 3 months. And if it doesn't work out exactly like that, your goal ultimately is to be a sales director as quickly as possible, because that's when you're now in a position where full-time income is possible. Now, the last thing that is on your new agent checklist is down here at the bottom, but believe it or not, it's the absolute most important thing. And that is register for a Secrets of Success training program. You want to go to FESuniversity.com and register for a Secrets of Success training. Now, is it required? No. Do you have to do it? No. It's an option. It's a choice. But the reason why I talk about it so much is because I assume that if you've gotten involved with FES, you want to make it work at a very high level. And it's just like anything else. Think about it. If you want to be a doctor, are you going to have to go to medical assistant training, or are you going to have to go to full-fledged medical school? I think we know the answer to that. If you want to be a lawyer, are you going to go to paralegal school, or are you going to have to go through full-fledged law school? You see, if you want to be a professional, You have to get educated and learn at a professional level. Otherwise, you can choose to get less education. You can use a lot of the things that we have in place. We've got a great website with FES University. We've got a video library. It's got a lot of great stuff there. We've got conference calls. We've got great local area leaders that will be glad to work with you, assist you in helping you achieve success. We put together what we call a master's program, a PhD, if you will. The best of the best that we have are the ones that teach these classes. These Secrets of Success trainings are 2-day intense training programs. We start at 9 in the morning on Saturday. We go all day to 6 p.m. We teach you everything there is to know. We teach you how to ask the right questions, how to answer questions the right way and most effectively. We teach you about the services. We teach you about the compensation plan. We teach you about how to talk to people you know. We teach you how to talk to people you don't know, like when you're out and about in your everyday life. How do you talk to those folks to encourage them to become agents with our company or to develop accounts? How do you go out and develop these accounts with a car dealership and so forth? Don't you want to know that? And don't you want to know it from the best that we have? And so to me, when I got involved with this industry years and years ago, here's what I knew. I knew that I wasn't where I wanted to be, and I didn't know why. And so somebody encouraged me to go to a training. And here's the funny part. At the time when they encouraged me to go, I was in no position to go because it cost money, money I didn't have. When I first got started in this industry, I was broke. And the funny part is I've come to realize that when something's broke, what do? You fix it. See, if your refrigerator's broke, what do? Do you not ever fix it? Do you buy a cooler and just put all your food in there from now on? When your car's broke, do you just leave it on the side of the road and just walk away and say, I'll never use that car again? When your washing machine's broke, do you just go out and buy a washboard and start cleaning your clothes by hands? No, in each case, you're going to get a mechanic to fix your car, aren't you? You're going to get somebody to come over and fix your refrigerator and your washer, aren't you? And that's going to cost money. See, people will invest to fix things that are broken in their life, but when they themselves are broke, they don't. And so I used to be that person. And then finally, somebody opened my eyes and said, Greg, invest in yourself. You're the best investment you have. So I did. And it was the best investment I could have ever made because I learned not only what to do, but I learned why I wasn't successful. See, most of us believe that when we go to our formal education, when we go to first grade all the way through sixth, then junior high, high school, and even college, that we got it. But if we got it, why are so many people struggling? Why was I struggling? Why was I living check to check, month to month? And you see, what happened is somebody came into my life and opened my eyes to the fact that there was more out there to know. There was more out there to learn. And so the question is, do you want to learn? Are you worth investing in to learn? I'll tell you, when I first got involved in this industry, my first training was $300. And I'll never forget what had happened. There was a guy who asked me if I was going to the training, and I lived in New York at the time. The training was in Baltimore, Maryland. And he asked me, hey, Greg, are you going to go to the training next weekend? And I was like, I can't because I don't have the money. I can't afford it. And he looked at me and said, really? He said, and he asked me this question. He said, how old are you? And I said, well, I'm going to be 26 in a couple of months. And he goes, wow, and you don't have $300? How you doing? And it kind of took me back a little bit. And then the next part was even more comical. He got up from his seat and he walked away from me, basically across the room, like almost he wanted to get away from me, like almost like I had a disease, like he was trying to get away from my broke, if you know what I mean. And he got halfway across the room, turned around, and there were other people there. And he said it out loud. He said, Greg, I don't care if you go to the training or not, but if I were you, I'd be the first one online because what you're doing is definitely not working. And so I could have copped an attitude. I could have thought, well, who does this guy think he was? But the reality of it is he was telling me the truth. He was right on the money. The reason I wasn't where I wanted to be was because I wasn't doing the right things, and that's because I didn't know the right things. Now, of course, some of you, you're not in that situation. You're not broke. You're not financially challenged. And you know what? That's great. But don't you still need the knowledge? Don't you still believe that you need to learn this at the highest level to get the best result possible? And that's all we want for you. All we want for you is the very best to help you achieve the success you're looking for. So, as a new person, I hope this was extremely helpful. I hope now you know what you need to do when you're new. So work hard to make it happen. Work hard on yourself, work hard on sales, work hard on getting agents. And of course, you know what? All the while, make sure you have fun. I think you can see I'm having some fun doing what I'm doing. And if you'll do that, then I truly believe in the future you will have an incredible amount of success with FES.